we've already covered self-protecting, conforming, and specializing. These are stages where our identities are formed by what we need to stay safe, how we need to fit in, and how we need to look professional. The bit that hasn't developed up until now is an inner world and an acknowledgement of emotions. It's not like at earlier stages people don't have an inner world or acknowledge emotions. It's just at this point that people decide to go inwards and explore this more fully. So what happens at the performing stage, at which there are 30% of people, is that we start to be able to integrate our emotional skills and our technical skills. And this enables us to be incredibly effective in the world. We're able to achieve amazing outcomes when we integrate these two elements, these two skills. So what happens at, we can continue to mature into post-conventional ways of being, or we can stay at conventional ways of being. Typically, when we're going to mature to post-conventional ways of being, what happens is our exploration in our inner world becomes deeper and deeper. And our inner world starts to direct our life more fully. We sort of explore ourselves and we go, wow, I really want to be this thing and I've spent my life being this thing. Let me now be more of myself. So our inner world, as opposed to our outer world, starts to direct our life more fully, and we move into a post-conventional level of maturity. The first of the post-conventional levels is something called internalizing. What happens is it's a move away from fitting in, a move away from community. I start to think differently from my friends, and I start to explore myself a little bit more fully. I realize that there are contradictions inside me. I can be happy and sad, and I don't have to be happy or sad. Things become very relative. Then I move into the next stage, which is strategizing. Strategizing is a much less emotional way of being in the world, much more strategic, very similar to the performing stage of being, of maturity level. And people at this level have an enormous amount of competence and capacity to enhance the world on a systemic basis. But really, we're looking at about 5% of the population who are able to reach this level. The last two levels are transforming and being. Transforming, less than 2% of people get there, and being, less than 1%. So the Dalai Lamas and the Tutus, they come in right at the top, with the sort of Mandela type leaders coming in more at the transforming level. The idea of the post-conventional levels is that we think differently from society and are able to deliver different results to what is going on at the moment in the world. So there's the map. 80% of people fall at conventional levels of maturity. Sometimes literature tells us that conventional levels of maturity are where we should be aiming for. And so it can lead to a rather unambitious life. What we know from this research is there are so many ways further that we can mature, that we can live a more meaningful and self-orientated life. And how important it is to remember to never stop learning.